Have you ever felt it? That cold, quiet voice whispering in the back of your mind? What's the point? You wake up, you work, you sleep, and somewhere in between, you wonder, why does any of it matter? This isn't just sadness, it isn't just stress. It's something deeper, a confrontation with the void, a silent question that haunts the thinking mind. This is the experience of nihilism. Nihilism is the belief that life lacks objective meaning, purpose, or intrinsic value. To many, it feels like a threat like staring into an emotional black hole. But what if it's not? What if nihilism isn't an ending, but a beginning? To understand this, we must first look at what draws us into nihilistic thinking. Often, it begins with disillusionment. When the systems we trusted, religion, society, family, success, fail to deliver lasting fulfillment, we begin to question. And as we peel away each layer, we find nothing. No inherent reason for being, no universal rulebook, just existence, just the void. It's terrifying, but it's also honest. Thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche saw this coming. He declared, God is dead, not as a celebration, but as a warning. With the fall of traditional beliefs, humanity would be forced to create its own meaning. And if it couldn't, chaos will follow. Nihilism is a crossroads. On one path, despair, apathy, hopelessness. On the other, freedom, responsibility, and self-created purpose. But let's be clear. Nihilism can break you, especially when you're already vulnerable. Psychologists have linked existential nihilism with depression, anxiety, and emotional numbness. It can feel like a collapse of the self, like floating in a meaningless universe with no direction. Yet, hidden in that darkness is a strange kind of light. When nothing is expected of you, anything becomes possible. If the world doesn't hand you a purpose, you can build one from scratch. This is the paradox. Nihilism strips everything away, and in doing so, it clears the space for something new. But how do we move from despair to transformation? It starts with acceptance. Accept that life may not have a built-in purpose, that you may never find one answer to everything, and that this is okay. Once you stop clinging to meaning as something given, you begin to see it as something you create. Your values, your relationships, your goals, they don't have to be universal to be real. They just have to be yours. Many people come out of a nihilistic crisis stronger than before. They become more authentic, more present, more grateful, because they know how fragile meaning can be and they choose to live anyway. Some turn to creativity, some to helping others, some to exploring the world. There is no right answer, only the answer that you give. This doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means living in full awareness of the void and still choosing to dance. Albert Camus once wrote, "The struggle itself is enough to fill a man's heart." The myth of Sisyphus is not a tragedy, it's a challenge. To push your boulder not because it will change the world, but because you choose to push it. So, what is the psychology of nihilism? It's the confrontation with a terrifying truth, that life may have no absolute meaning. And it's the opportunity to respond not with collapse, but with creation. To stare into the abyss and build something beautiful anyway, because meaning is not found. It is made, and that makes it even more powerful. So the next time you feel the void calling, don't run. Listen, let it strip away the noise, and then from that silence, let something new emerge. Not because you were told to, but because you decided to, and maybe, just maybe, that's where true freedom begins.